survey done by the ORC, a gift company, found that a third of 1,000 Americans rated their manners as poor. That's 50% from the 2002 poll and is 65% from the 2011 poll. Amanda Onion, ABC News, December 2nd. I have done hours of research and found all my credible sources. First, I will inform you of why people are rude. Second, how being rude affects us. And lastly, what we can do to spread manners along the way. What triggers us to be rude? One reason people are rude is practical. We respond negatively to poor treatment, and rudeness spreads. If a person corrupts those around her and makes them worse, she is likely to be hurt in return. This will gradually increase the overall levels of rudeness as it is passed along. This will affect all of us in some way. Michael Bossier, The Philosopher's Magazine, blog, November 11th, 2008. Another cause is a person's view of the relative worth of other people. We tend to be rude to people we regard as less powerful, less inferior, or not likely to retaliate. For example, people such as waiters or service people because we regard their status. Michael Bossier. Now that I've told you about why we are rude, I will tell you about how being rude affects us. So, how does being rude affect us? Parents who lose their temper easily often have poorly behaved children. Hitting a child because they hit someone else just reinforces that hitting is okay and that hitting is an option. Diana K. Blythe, MD, Pediatrics Associate. In a study, harsh words were directed to someone. In another, the remarks came from someone outside the study. And in the third, they were asked to imagine the incidents happening to them. In all three cases, these participants' ability to perform a task was impaired. Researchers say that the studies indicate that after exposure to rudeness, they think hard about the incident that just occurred, whether it is formulating a response or just ruminating. The thought processes take cognitive resources away from completing tasks. March 2008 issue of Harvard Business Review. First, I told you about what triggers us to be rude. Second, I told you about how being rude affects us. Lastly, I will tell you about how we can be polite to others. Oxytocin lets us behave with compassion, allowing us to experience others' emotional states. Next time someone is rude to you, offer them a smile or even a hug. It is an easy way to diffuse the situation by letting their brains release oxytocin and reduce the stress levels they have. Paul J. Zak, blog, July 28, 2012. The golden rule exists in every culture. Treat others the way you'd like to be treated. How do we improve our social life? Those who release oxytocin when they are trusted have higher quality relationships, such as friendship, romantic, and with family members. Importantly, this is a good manner to have. Paul J. Zak. A way to broaden your social life and your social network is you say hello to people you meet. Good manners dictate that you treat them with respect and kindness. This resonates with neuroscience of oxytocin. By the way, stress inhibits oxytocin and the release of reprocreation of nice with nice. So, if someone is rude towards you, you don't have to lash out at him or her. Give them the benefit of the doubt. They may just be having a high-stress day. Paul J. Zak. I believe that being polite has a huge impact on our society, and it's a pay-it-forward cycle. We just need to thank those around us or greet someone along the way with a smile. This will hopefully make them feel better and pass kindness on to others. Eventually, this can lessen the bigger issues such as war, discrimination, murder, hate crimes, and more. Kaylee Public Dialogue, May 28, 2008. To conclude, we know that being rude is bad, we know what can trigger us to be rude, and we know how to spread politeness along the way. Being polite can have a good effect on all of us in some way, and spreading it can also help others. So, as we walk out of class today, think of what being polite can mean for someone else if they are in a bad place.